Hi, I'm the Castle Connoisseur, and today we're looking at Castle de Montsegur. The site itself has been inhabited since prehistoric times, including the Bronze Age and the Romans. Once again, the first medieval fortification was likely to be a small wooden fort. The first stone castle was built by Raymond de Periel, a local Octane lord. In 1206, the Perfecti, or the priests of the Cathars, met on this site. This soon became the centre of Catharism. Montsegur is built on top of a rocky outcrop. Altitude is 1,207 metres. The slopes are nearly vertical on three sides, making direct assault extremely difficult. In 1229, after the Treaty of Paris was made, the Languedoc was officially a part of the French crown's territory. Montsegur, however, remained independent and open defiance in both the church and the king. In May of 1243, the French royal army of about 6,000 men besieged the castle. There were about 500 people inside, including perfecti, knights and children. The siege lasted 10 months. Both besiegers and besieged endure a brutal mountain winter. Food and water became scarce. Using climbing gear, French mountaineers seized a rocky outcrop just below the castle walls. The garrison suffers constant harassment from stone throwers and can no longer easily resist. As the cisterns begin to empty, morale falters. In mid-March, a truce is agreed, but the Cathars must convert. 220 Cathars refuse to renounce their faith and are led down the mountain meadow to be burned at the stake. This is the largest single execution of the Cathar Crusade. The fall of Montsegur marks the end of Catharism as an organised religion. Around 100 to 150 armed knights defended the Cathar castle. Flowers are laid to this day for those Cathars that refuse to convert. The castle is an extension of the cliff face upwards, with masonry making it very difficult to distinguish from stone from mountain. The outer walls are 2 to 3 metres thick in places, with jagged sharp edges to maximise defence. This forced attackers into exposed positions and eliminate blind spots for the defenders. The main gate is defended by a barbican, meaning attackers had to approach through a narrow choke point. Not only that, but it had a wall walk that allowed defenders to patrol the castle at all hours. This view from the keep is exactly where the general of the garrison would have looked out upon the besieging attackers. The carefully calculated arrow slits gave wide arcs for firing down the steep approaches. Due to its height, Montsegur could use gravity as a weapon, for example throwing rocks, logs, anything they had down at the attackers. The courtyard was shaped like a triangle, roughly 30 metres by 40 metres across. This wasn't decorative, it was to allow strategic choice, adapting to the narrow pointed summit of the area. These are some of the archaeological finds from the siege itself in 1244. These poor people were found with crossbow bolts in their bodies. These are ammunition from mangonels, trebuchets, whatever you have. And you can see they're seriously heavy. Against square towers, these would have done damage, serious damage. Like many other Cathar castles, it was absorbed into the French royal crown. It became a frontier fortress guarding the border from Aragon. This has been Castle Montsegur, and I've been the Castle Connoisseur. Thank you.